Hey folks, the mosquitoes are out. It's like Jumanji in here. I may not have any blood left by the end of this video, but I'm doing it anyways. Welcome to my overview of the 2024 Norco Fluid VLT C1. Can you just please go behind the glass for like 3 seconds? Sorry, the mosquitoes are really bad and I'm trying to hold it together. Before I get into things, I just want to say thank you to Norco Bicycles and Fullcycle Ottawa for getting me this bike to check out. And if you like what you see here, hit the like button down below and please subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a bunch. So the first thing I did when I got this bike is what I do with all my Norco bikes is I go to the Ride Alliance setup guide, and that gives me a really good starting point for all of my settings, from suspension to stem spacers to bar width to tire pressure, literally everything you need to set up your bike properly for you. You basically put in your height, your weight, and how you want the bike to feel, what kind of terrain you're riding, and then it'll spit out some numbers based on what a good baseline is for you. These settings are not set in stone. You can obviously change them as you see fit, but I've found that the most recent iteration has worked out really well for me, and I'm pretty much running the stock Ride Alliance settings on my Norco site, which is pretty cool. So like most of the other 2024 Norco models, the Norco Fluid VLT sees the S sizing convention as well as some key geometry tweaks. It also comes in a mullet only, which is pretty cool, and it comes with 140 mil of travel out back and 150 mil of travel out front, whereas my current acoustic fluid has 140 mil out front and 130 mil out back, so it's cool to see this as sort of like a beefy mullet option. So overall, how did the bike feel on the trail? This is only the second e-bike I've ever ridden, and I've been really curious to try these sort of lightweight, mid-weight, kind of incognito e-bikes. They do really handle a lot more like a mountain bike. Like my Norco Sight, for example, is 37 pounds. This is 42. So you know what? It's really not that much of a departure. When it came to picking the bike up over obstacles, cornering, stuff like that, I found the bike really easy to maneuver, and it didn't feel like I was riding an e-bike, which is really cool. I'm not gonna dive too deep on the geo numbers of this bike, so if you wanna check that stuff out for yourself and nerd out a little bit, I'll leave a link to Norco's website down below. So I took this bike out on my typical lunch ride in the Gatineau Park, and it was absolutely perfect. So enough of my chit chat. Here are some of my impressions while riding the bike, and I will see you at the end of the video. There's always a bit of a calibration period with e-bikes, I find. I mean, I've only ridden one other, but in order to sort of like figure out how they throttle. But man, oh man, once you get the hang of it, it is so darn cool. This is bananas. I still maintain that I think for me, the most fun part about e-bikes is the climbing. Just because you get to do these heroic things. Let's put it in a boostier mode here. Hello. I'm cheating, I know. Is that you? It's not my bike! Why? So we're gonna go do like a really heinous climb. Just because we can. Hello, no, it's okay, I got it. Thank you. But yeah. E-bikes just kind of truck right up this, and I love it. Doing this on a pedal bike or an acoustic bike is just like such a slog. This is crazy. The motor's pretty quiet too. Oh. Oh, here goes nothing. Let's see if I can make it up without dabbing. Whew. That doesn't sound good. Oh, alternate line, look at that. Unnecessary, but as long as you can keep it pointing straight, you can get up, I guess. That was brutal, didn't get it. Not even a match for an e-bike. I took out a bunch of air, or sorry, I put a bunch of air in the tires because the last time I rode an e-bike, I punctured and dented the crap out of a rim, and I don't want to do that again. So, not having the grippiest moments. Extra credit. All right, first sort of actual descending. I do like having that extra bit of weight because it makes the bike feel really just planted. But it's not so much weight that, you know, it totally changes the way you need to handle the bike. I think the blue setting is the setting I like the best. Oh yeah, this thing just trucks. Also, it's a fluid, but it's got, you know, 36 up front and an X2 up back, and it's a mullet. So it's also slacker than my regular carbon fluid that I have. It's 64.5 versus 65 for head angle, so that's kind of nice. Yeah. Easy button. That's what this bike is. Kinda. Because we can, I'm gonna try boost mode on this climb. Insanity. Wow. Feels like nothing. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Insanity. Yeah, that's something else. So apparently you can go into the Bosch app and like tune a bunch of like how the motor responds, that kind of stuff, which would be pretty sweet. You can probably get it to be like more efficient. Nice, up and over. I'm gonna ride up and over this rock too, because why not? Sick. But yeah, I feel like I'm just getting pinged off everything. I had the Contis on last summer and I really like them, but I think I was running super soft. All that said, I'm back on the Maxxis train now and don't think I'll look back. Nice. Doing a little Monique's action. Figured I'd simulate what a lunch ride would be for me. Leave the house, bike into the Gatineau Park, ride out to Monique's, maybe do Brazilian, and then ride home. So we made it to Monique's. We've got 2.5 chunks of battery left. So about halfway down the ride, halfway down the battery, wondering how slippery this is going to be and whether it's worth yanking for the double. Oh yeah. Yeah, so sick. That corner is so slippery. This is the part where the e-bike really shines. still running it in sort of like medium mode. Seems to be the easiest to get the hang of for me. Boost just feels insane. Yeah, it's very rare you get up here and you're still able to speak through that climb. So, not bad. It's also, I didn't really set this up with my cockpit or anything. Nice. Phew. So it feels a little weird. The back end wants to kick up a lot too. I think that's just due to setup. So, and also just getting used to sort of the way the bike, you know, behaves. Yeah, this is like a burly fluid. Feels great. Feels like sight, which is pretty awesome. And it also makes me wonder what the sight e-bike would feel like. That'd be like friggin' next level. Whoa! Yeah. Oh, no way. I've never pulled for that before. Just because I've been so gassed from the other parts. But hey, good to know that doubles. Maybe I'll try it on the regular bike. I don't think these brakes are fully bedded in either. Oh. So that's also maybe a little sketchy. But overall, that went really well. Wow. So sick. So there's moments like that where you really get to see what the bike wants to do, you know, when you're pushing it. And you can tell this bike just wants to be pushed. So that's cool. I think this would fare really well on some downhill tracks, enduro tracks, whatever have you. Too bad Fortune's not open yet. Otherwise I would take it for a lap there and boost our way up into the mine trails. Holy smokes. A little bit of boost here and there. It's a crazy feeling. Uphill jumps. Yeah. Sick. Damn. Oh, hi. Ew. So I can double it this way. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So the black flies are out and they are hungry. Luckily, you don't need to buy any bug spray if you have an e-bike because you're going too fast and the bugs won't get you. So that's a bonus. Yeah, this bike absolutely trucks. Planted yet pretty lively, I'd say. remember when there used to be some dirt here. Now it's all just sharp, pointy rocks. Oh, good Lord. Oh, not fun. Oh. If you're looking to pick up a Norco bike, you can head on over to Fullcycle Ottawa and they'll hook you up. Thanks for tuning into the video, and I will see you all out on the trails.